Welcome back on the program. Well, this morning we're talking about governors versus NFIU. What is wrong with direct allocation to the local governments? Joining me on the program is Honorable Remy Shittu Remy. Honorable Remy Shittu Remy is the Deputy Chairman, Lagos State Councillors Forum. Good morning once again. Thank you very much for staying tuned.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
All right, as a grassroots man, uh, what is this initiative concerning the NFIU about direct allocation to the local government?
Well, the NFIU, we need to first define it and understand what NFIU is and what NFIU tries to achieve. The NFIU was under the EFCC, and the international body, the Edmond Group, said that NFIU should be given autonomy to stand alone. And that affects Nigeria too. That any country that does not make NFIU to stand alone will be suspended. And based on that, the Senate or the National Assembly recommended that, passed a bill rather, that NFIU should stand alone. And the president signed it into, he assented to the bill. So NFIU's objective is to detect and protect money laundering and terrorism financing. So, and it's not only local government that they're looking at. They're also looking at the federal government, they're looking at the state government, they're looking at the local government, they're looking at each funds. You know, the key word there in NFIU is the intelligence, Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit.
What is the stake of the governors in this development?
Well, I think what the Senate or the National Assembly should have done when they were posting up the bill for NFIU was to have gone a step further to amend Section 162.
Which states?
Which states the SJLGA. SJLGA is the State Joint Local Government Account.
Okay.
And that is where money for local government and state should be paid into. So that portion of the constitution must be amended. And that's what the governors are hanging on to. So what the Senate can do at this time is to first amend that portion of the Constitution. And then the governors may be able to agree with them. But as it is now, it will be unconstitutional to separate the funds for local government and the state. Nevertheless, if we don't do that, if we don't remove NFIU from under EFCC, Nigeria will be suspended. So we are in between two
Suspended
issues.
from
The Edmond Group.
Okay.
By the United Nations.
And what's the roles of or what's the role of the Edmond Group?
What they try to achieve, like I said, is to make sure that NFIU is standing alone, not under anybody.
The deadline or the date for the effectiveness of this decision from the NFIU is June the 1st. And by my date today is 8th of June. Has this been implemented as a man at the grassroots level?
It's been implemented. And
you have direct allocation to the local government?
No allocation has come yet.
Okay.
The last allocation that came last week of May.
All right.
So we have not gotten allocation for June. So we are here to see how allocation will be shared this month of June. What is necessary now is for the National Assembly to amend that portion of the Constitution of SJLGA, as a State Joint Local Government Account, and allow the local government to have their money.
Will this bring development to the grassroots level, the local government?
Well, for me, and as a grassroots person, I'm talking as someone that is affected and concerned, the issue of NFIU may not bring as much development as expected to the grassroots.
How do you mean?
Thank you very much. Okay, let's look at the instance of roads in Nigeria. The current sharing formula, the federal government takes 52%. The state takes 25%. And the local government takes 20%. Now, if you now look at the roads in Nigeria, all all the roads in Nigeria put together, the federal government road is 34,000 kilometers. The state government road is 34,200 kilometers. The local government roads that belong to the 774 local governments is 26,720 kilometers of road. So who needs more money?
Are you saying that the local government cannot have autonomy, not to depend on the state government, to have some of their projects developed and achieved? Is that what you're saying?
I advocate for autonomy for local government. I am an advocate for autonomy for local government. The new rule that funds should come directly to local government is a welcome idea for someone at the local government level. It's a welcome idea, right? But I'm taking it a step further, that even the sharing formula should be revisited and put into consideration the huge demand on the local government. There's a huge demand on the local government. Nobody can walk up to the president anyhow. If you don't have an appointment, you can't get to Aso Rock. But anybody can knock at my door anytime and say, look at our road, even though I am not responsible for fixing of roads. They don't understand. If I say that the local government should please come and fix my streets once and for all, that is, do it, not just come and grade and try to pour some gravels. No. As in to do it permanently. I will be demanding that the entire budget for the year should be used to do only my own street. Which means that, I said before that various heads of departments put their figures together to form the budget. It means that health, nothing goes to health. Nobody gets salary for 1 year.
Just to fix a street?
Just to fix one street.
Are you saying that's how bad the budget allocated for the local government is?
That is how bad it is. Because most of the streets in Nago, Okota, are very long. Okay. That you take the intervention of the state to help to fix. The local government may not be able to fix the road. You can't put all resources on just road. The same people will come back and tell you, Shena road will want job. They have said it to me. After we finish their go. I said it's because you are new here. If you are holding a Go Kota, you will appreciate that Go Palace way. You will appreciate it. only a new person that is just coming in will say Naru one job. We know up to Apple Johnson, that place was a death trap. We know I've seen people, when people go into office in suit and tie, come out and there's always fight every day because you must hit somebody and somebody must hit you. Able-bodied men with family in the car coming out to, but now under a few minutes,
you're navigating Oshodi and Select Junction.
And if the local government says that they want to fix only one street for 1 year, they are already going against the rules that established.
You have to educate the people. What is the role of the local government to the people?
Fine. The role of the local government to the people, first, is to bring governance closer to them. And that includes healthcare, primary education, things that have to do with local government, fixing of trunk C roads, clearing the drainages, making sure there's a free flow, security, and making sure that whatever road they are doing complies, with the template of the state. So the local government is there to guide and to also advise, the people. But most importantly is to bring governance closer to them to benefit from the basic amenities